Hi, I'm Cynthia Courtney, and I'm Assistant Director for Marketing at Harford Community College. And tonight we're going to continue our virtual open house with Lindsay Robinson. Lindsay is the Academic Program Manager for Towson University in Northeastern Maryland. And she's going to talk to us tonight about the programs that transfer directly from Harford to Towson and to the Toon building in Harford County. So Lindsay, welcome tonight, and we look forward to hearing what you have for us.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, Cynthia. So as Cynthia said, my name is Lindsay Robinson. I'm the Academic Program Manager here at Towson University, Northeastern Maryland. We refer to ourselves as Toon. And so we're Towson University's building, but right across the street from Harford Community College. Our building was built about 6 years ago in partnership with Harford, just to be able to make that transfer to a four-year institution, Towson University, even more seamless for Harford students. So by keeping it right here in your backyard. So it's a very convenient, cost-effective way for students here in Harford County to complete a bachelor's degree, all while staying close to home. One of the unique things about Toon is that we actually only offer the 300 and 400 level courses for the bachelor's degree. So we require students to transfer to us having completed those 100 and 200 level courses that you would complete in your associate's degree at Harford. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that transfer process and what that means for you as the student. But the way that you would make that transfer is through one of the many articulation agreements that we have in place between Harford and Towson. So if you were in one of the sessions earlier, you heard a little bit about articulation agreements, but that's not really a common phrase that you hear. So what that is, it's really just the way it sounds. It's an agreement that is articulated between the two partnership schools. So it's articulated, it's documented on documents signed by people between the two institutions. Usually it's between a two-year college like Harford and a four-year school like Towson University. Another way we refer to these programs, we're calling them a 2+2 program. That's because ideally you would complete your associate degree at the community college in 2 years and then transfer to the four-year institution of choice and finish up the bachelor's degree by just completing another 2 years of school. So you're still completing a four-year bachelor's degree in 4 years, but you're doing the first half of that at the community college, which of course is more cost-effective, more convenient for you as the student, and it keeps you here in your community. Well, us here at Toon is also keeping you here in your community for the final 2 years of the program. But of course, Harford has articulation agreements, 2+2s with lots of schools across Maryland, as well as outside of this state and online. And we have, so Towson University main campus has over 36 articulation agreements with Harford. Here at Toon, we have 9, and we'll look at those in just a second. But one of the important things to keep in mind once you become a student at Harford is to make sure that you are researching what those transfer articulations are for the major that you're interested in and for the institution that you're interested in transferring to. So if you heard George, the advisor, mention earlier today that every student at Harford is assigned an academic advisor. Once you know that you want to transfer to a four-year institution, make sure you're letting that advisor know so that they can help you make sure that that process is seamless for you, making sure that you're following along with the guidelines of the 2+2 programs that you have, whether it's to Toon or somewhere else. And then the programs that we have here at Toon, within those over 36 that we have with Towson University on our main campus, are the ones that you can see on your screen. So we currently have 9 majors available for our Toon students. We're always looking to grow, so we're hoping in the next few years to maybe get 1 or 2 more majors. But currently the 2+2 programs we have available here at Toon are business administration major. Main campus has lots of different concentrations within that major. The concentration that we offer here is the management and leadership. We also have communication studies, which is one of our newer majors here at Tune. And then we have the early childhood education with the special education. So that's a program that works towards certification through MSDE through the state to be able to be a teacher grades pre-K through 3. That's the early childhood component, and then also having a dual certification in special education for that age range, which makes you very marketable to have 2 certifications as a teacher. We also have the elementary education and the special education major. So the elementary education certification area is grades 1 through 6. So if you're interested in teaching in one of those grade levels, then you could pursue that major. And then the corresponding associate degrees for the education majors, whether early childhood or elementary, would be the AAT at Harford. We also have the Family and Human Services major, specifically the Services to Children and Youth track. And then we have Information Technology. We also have nursing. We have 2 different formats of the nursing program here at Tune. First, we have the Associate to Bachelor's. We refer to it as the ATB program. That's a very unique program. So you would be actually dual enrolled at Harford and Tune. So you'd be taking classes at Harford and then coming across the street to take some of your classes at Tune kind of simultaneously. So it's pretty rigorous because of that, but you are completing the degree a little bit more quickly. And then another unique thing about that program is the application process, and we'll talk about that a little bit later as well. Then the other format we have of the nursing program is the RN to BS. So if the rigors of the ATP program doesn't sound like a good fit for you, you could instead just do the nursing program at Harford, get your RN, and then apply to be a Towson student and come here to Tune to complete the bachelor's degree courses to finish up that nursing program. And then we also have the psychology major, which is a very popular major here at Tune, and then our criminal justice program. So you see on your screen, the criminal justice is actually a concentration that's housed within the sociology major, but it is a true criminal justice program. So all of those majors, you can find more detailed information about the 2+2, the articulation agreement, on our webpage. You can see it at the bottom of your screen. It's towson.edu/tune. And then if you scroll to the prospective students link, you'll actually find a lot of really helpful information there for prospective Tune students. But about halfway down that page, you'll find links to each of these majors. And those will be PDF documents that are outlining the specifics of the 2+2s. So you'll see on this next slide, that's actually an example of one of those PDFs. I know when I first looked at this document, it looks a little overwhelming, kind of confusing, lots of information on there, but it will be really helpful to you because it outlines exactly what you need to complete within your associate degree at Harford within that major, to then transfer in seamlessly to Tune. And then it shows you the courses that you'll complete here at Tune to finish the bachelor's degree, all within 4 years if you're doing a full-time pace. So like I mentioned earlier, one of the unique things about being a student at Tune and about the Tune building is that we only have those 300 and 400 level courses available here at Tune. So we need you to come in with those specific 100 and 200 level courses from the community college. You can't, for instance, be a psychology major at Harford and complete the associate in psychology and then hope to transfer into Tune to then be a business major and finish up 2 years in business. There are specific prerequisites within each major that you need to make sure that you're completing before you're ready to start with us at Tune. So again, these 2+2 documents are here to help you maximize the transfer credits that you're bringing into Towson. And we can transfer in up to 64 credits from the community college. And then I would assume that that number is similar for other institutions as well. But again, if you're looking at transferring to another 4-year school from Harford, which of course we hope you choose Towson, but if you're looking at a different 4-year school, just double check with them their transfer policies and how many credits that you can transfer into them from the community college to make sure that you are maximizing what you're completing at the community community college and completing the correct associate degree to then go on to the bachelor's degree that you're interested in. So something else I'd like to point out on this page, so the second page where it shows you what you'll complete here at Tune, you'll notice at the top that it says students must first be admitted to Towson and then meet requirements for admission into the business administration major. So business is one of our 3 screened majors that we have here at Tune. So what a screened major means, we'll talk about the admissions process a little bit later, but after getting accepted into Towson University, you are then screened to then be accepted into this specific major. So there are a few additional things required for the screened majors for acceptance into that major. So you'll see here for the business program, we're looking for, of course, a GPA of 2.0 or higher, but then also a C or above in those 6 specific courses, and then a cumulative GPA of a 2.7 or higher in all of them as well. So information like this is very important for you as a student when you start at Harford, once you know that you want to transfer, so that you can stay on top of that information and make sure that you're completing your academic plan at Harford successfully to be able to, again, seamlessly transfer to us at Tune. So that's something else that you can stay connected with your advisor at HCC to stay on top of all of those specific requirements. So let's talk a little bit about that transfer admission process. So the transfer admission requirements that you see listed on your screen are the same for Tune as they are for Towson University. As a transfer student to Towson, we are looking for the online application and then the $45 application fee that's tied to the end of that. So one thing about the online application, Towson does actually have 2 separate online applications. There is one for main campus that you can complete, but then if you go to the link that you see on your screen, towson.edu/apply-tune, there's more detailed information about the application process, and then a link that takes you directly to the Tune application. So you do, when you get to that point, want to make sure that you are applying specifically to Tune if that is your interest. Now, if you accidentally apply to main campus and submit that application fee and then realize that you want to be a Tune student, don't then go and complete another application to Tune and submit another application fee. We can make the switch for you very easily in either direction. Just contact me and let me know. But as far as the application process, there's the online application, the application fee, and then we also do need official transcripts from all previously attended colleges and universities to complete that application. Those transcripts can be submitted to us over mail, or if there's another school that you've attended, if they do official electronic transcripts, you can submit those electronically directly from the sending institution to our university admissions office. So of course, with your official transcripts from Harford, the registrar's office there is very familiar with submitting transcripts to Towson University admissions. So that's it. Those 3 steps are the things that we need from you for admission as a transfer student. Being a transfer student means 30 credits or more. So you need to have completed 30 credits or more at Harford before you can be considered a transfer student. So you'll notice if you've completed those 30 credits or more and you apply to us, we're not asking for high school transcripts, nor are we asking for official test scores. So we assume, at the point of having completed 30 credits, which is about a year of academic coursework at the community college, we're seeing your college coursework. We're seeing how you've been successful at the college level, so we no longer at that point need to see high school information or official test scores. So that's something to keep in mind as well. So if you do choose to apply as a transfer student, whether it's to main campus or to Tune, make sure you're not applying until you've already completed at least 30 credits. But the Tune students, because they're completing, you're completing your full associate degree, you'll eventually have the 60 credits of an associate degree. But you can apply sooner than that as well, but just making sure that you have those 30 credits. So again, we were talking about the screened majors. So like I said earlier, university admission, so admission to the university after completing those 3 steps does not guarantee admission into one of the screened majors. You have to go through those extra steps to make sure that you are then admitted to that major. So we chatted a little bit about the business administration screening requirements. For both of the education majors, after being accepted to the university, the program coordinator for the education majors will reach out to you about submitting additional materials. So she'll ask for an essay, and then she'll also ask for a couple of recommendation forms from you. And then, as I alluded to earlier, the nursing application process is a little bit more complicated as compared to the other 8 majors that we offer here at TUNE. You actually don't apply to the university first. You apply directly to the School of Nursing. What you want to think about when you're a Harford student first is getting accepted into Harford's nursing program. Once you're accepted in Harford's nursing program, you're automatically eligible for TUNE's nursing program. You just have to go through the application process. So just as a Harford student, think about doing what you need to do to get into their nursing program. And then we actually will have nursing representatives come to Harford and hold information sessions where they will talk with you more about the program and about the application process. But again, you'll just apply directly to the nursing department first, and then they'll work with you on then applying to the university after the fact. So those are the 3 screen majors that we have here at TUNE. But the rest of the majors, you just do those 3 steps on the previous slide, and then you'll get an admissions decision. So I have a few important dates up there on the website or on the PowerPoint, and I encourage you to, if you're thinking of another institution, make sure you're checking their transfer admission policies web pages so that you're aware of their particular dates that they might have posted as well, because it can be a little bit different for each school. It actually is a little bit different for us at TUNE than it is on main campus as far as deadlines. So if you're thinking you're going to attend Harford and then you think you're going to finish up by spring of 2023, so you'd like to start with us in the fall of 2023, keep the December 1st date in mind. You'll want to apply by December 1st of the year before in order to be considered for scholarships. So you will apply by December 1st, submit that official transcript, the application and the application fee so that you're in the pool, and then you're automatically considered for any Towson University scholarships that would be available to you. If you missed that December 1st deadline, or you didn't know by December 1st of the previous year that you wanted to apply to TUNE, we certainly will still work with you as an applicant. Our application deadline for a fall start isn't until June 15th of that year. So there's plenty of time to apply, after you even graduate from Harford, to apply to us for a fall start. So June 15th is our final deadline. And then you see the note at the bottom there, it says see enrollment packet for contract deadline. That's talking about your enrollment contract and fee. So what an enrollment contract is, it's you accepting our offer of acceptance and saying that you are choosing to come to TUNE. So your admissions letter will put an enrollment contract deadline in there for you. And then many of our majors offer a spring start as well. So if you end up finishing your associate degree at Harford in December, you could start with us that next January. You just want to make sure you apply by December 15th. Of that semester. And then another piece of information to keep in mind would be to make sure that you add Towson University to your previous year's FAFSA if you're looking at a spring start. If you want to be considered for financial aid through Towson, you of course still will complete the FAFSA, but making sure that we are receiving that information as well. And then of course the January 15th FAFSA deadline for spring to make sure that you're meeting Towson's March 1st deadline. And then something else I just wanted to mention about TUNE is we try really hard here to make a community feel for our students. The faculty and staff, there are 7 of us here, staff members full-time. There are program coordinators for each of the majors that are here full-time. They're your academic advisor. They're also teaching some of your classes, and they're coordinating the other professors. And then we have a director of student services here on staff who her job is to create programming for students throughout the academic year. So there is always something fun going on out in the main commons area for students to get involved in. She runs different clubs and organizations for students, leadership opportunities. And then for TUNE students who are interested in a club, but if they don't see it available here, they can just reach out to her to create it. Towson University main campus, as you might know, has over 20,000 students and lots of things to do and ways to get involved. But we here at Tune have a smaller student body, usually around 700 students coming in and out for classes in an academic year. So it really is a community feel, and the Director of Student Services job is to make it feel like a more cohesive unit here at Tune. We also have an academic support coordinator on staff. So her job is to assist with tutoring, resume building, interview skills. She works with students if they need assistance editing a paper for a class or working on a presentation. She's also our library liaison, so students can request books be sent up to Tune from main campus. You don't have to go to main campus to access the library materials. You can do all of that here at Tune. We also have a university store here in the building. You can purchase all of your textbooks here, get lots of Towson swag, Tune-specific swag as well. And then it is a smaller version of the university store on our main campus. So if there's something that somebody's interested in the main campus store, they can actually have it shipped up here for free if it's a t-shirt, to try it on or something like that before you decide to purchase it. So lots of ways that we try to make you feel connected to main campus without ever having to go to main campus. However, as a Tune student, you would be a Towson University student. You would get your one card, which is your student ID, that would give you access to sporting events on main campus. Our students are able to utilize the counseling services, the fitness center on main campus, lots of other different organizations and things that you can get involved in if you choose to go to main campus. But the point of Tune and our building here is that you can get a Towson University degree and a bachelor's degree all while staying close to home. And that's why we call it College the Smart Way. So again, my name is Lindsay Robinson, and you see my email address at the bottom of the screen is lrobinson@towson.edu. So should you have any questions now, or maybe in a year or two after you are about halfway through your time at Harford and you want to reach out to me, please feel free to do so. Once things get back up and running, we have open houses a couple times a year. We do student ambassador-led tours throughout the semesters. So we're always happy to have you come and visit us here at the Tune building as well. So thank you for listening, and now I think we're going to open it up for questions if anyone has any questions for me.
Yes, thank you so much, Lindsay. You covered so much information and we really appreciate it. We do have a few questions that did come in.
Okay.
One of them is relating to something that you did just briefly mention, which is the tutoring services. Can you go into a little more depth about the tutoring? Is it only certain subjects? Is it any subject that is available on the Tune campus?
Sure. Yep. So Michelle, who's our academic services coordinator, she is always willing to work with students on any coursework that they're doing here at Tune. So that would cover all of the classes that we're taking. She can assist you or get you connected with those services. But she also organizes student tutors, so students who have completed specific courses that we found have been more challenging within that major. And so then those students will lead tutoring groups, or they are also available for one-on-one tutoring. So those are students, like I said, who have been successful within that major. And then I think they're also doing right now lots of online tutoring, so group work through the tutoring center. We do have a tutoring center on our main campus as well, so students do have access to that if they if the timing of the tutoring services here at Tune aren't available. And then the faculty here, so outside of just the specific tutoring services, the faculty here are very approachable. Like I said, it's a really strong community. So students often find if they're struggling in a particular course, a lot of times they're going to the faculty member first and asking for assistance and saying, hey, can you point me in the right direction? What am I doing here that I could tweak a little bit to make me more successful in this course? So those are all different resources and things that would be available to our Tune students.
Great, thank you. Another question, the students who go to Tune, do they have to pay for parking?
Great question. You do not have to pay for parking here at Tune. Parking is free and ample. I don't know if you can see behind me, the parking lot is empty right now. But yes, parking is free here. Now I will say if students, so sometimes students here at Tune choose to take a class on main campus. If you were to do that, you would of course have to pay for parking if you were going to main campus, just paying for, you could either do visitor parking or just, the small parking if you're just taking one course. But here at Tune, parking is free. Good question.
Awesome. And for our students who are interested in Tune and want to take a tour, I know you mentioned that briefly, but how would they go about actually setting up a tour of your campus?
Sure. So right now, the building is closed to the public, so we don't know when things will open up. But when they do, if you're interested in doing a tour, you can either just visit our website, towson.edu/tune, T-U-N-E, and then you'll find links to be able to sign up for a specific tour. I always, once they're available, I always put dates so you can kind of plug into one of those dates. But if you're not seeing something or if the dates aren't working for you, you can actually just send me an email and let me know that you'd like to come in for a tour, and I can even just give you a more informal tour of the building, just the two of us.
Great. And for your classes, are there evening classes available or is it strictly daytime?
That's a good question. So we have a few evening classes within some of the different majors. You might find a couple of online classes depending on the major, but students should be prepared to come to classes during the day. So most of the majors, they block the courses, so you're not coming like on a Monday morning and then a Friday afternoon and making it just a weird schedule for you. So we have often classes are set up as Monday, Wednesday classes or Tuesday, Thursday classes. And then the majors even will try to stack them for you so that you're taking multiple classes in those Monday, Wednesday blocks, because we do have a lot of students who are juggling part-time jobs, families, things like that. But yes, daytime classes are required for each of the majors, but we do, to answer your question, have some evening and online classes.
Okay, great. Thank you. And then does Tune also have summer and winter courses, or is it strictly just fall and spring?
For most of the majors, it's just the traditional fall and spring semesters. Depending on, we do have a mini term in January. We call it the mini-mester, and then we do have summer terms available as well. So some of the majors might have one class available, but it's a very limited selection. It is just mostly fall and spring courses. Main campus has more mini-mester and summer courses as well. If a student is trying to complete more coursework more quickly, you can certainly, like I said earlier, travel to main campus or even find a main campus online class. But if you're taking your classes strictly here at Tune, the majority of them will be during the traditional fall and spring semesters. Good question.
Great. And then if I'm just planning on staying on the Tunes campus, do I need to get an ID card?
We do, yes, we do require students to get the ID cards, and that's something that's completed at orientation, so it's a pretty easy process. There's a chance that you might not ever use it, but sometimes you're using it for access to swipe into the back of the building if you're parking at the end of the parking lot, or you'll use it for being able to swipe for print services, things like that. So yes, we do ask that all students get their ID card. But again, that's something that we facilitate for Tune students here at the Tune building.
Okay. And another question that we got, this is regarding more of the transcript piece. Is the diploma and the transcript that the student would receive after taking classes at Tune the same as they would get if they were at Towson's main campus?
Yeah, another great question. Yes, this is Towson University. It's the same exact curriculum that you would do within the major. It's actually the same faculty. They drive up here from main campus to teach the classes. So your diploma will say Towson University. It won't say anything specific to Tune. And even when I look up transcripts of students just to get some information, it doesn't tell me on the transcript if it's even a Tune section or not. So it wouldn't specify that information either on your Towson transcript or your Towson diploma.
Okay, great. Well, thank you, Lindsay. I think that's all the questions that we had for you this evening. So we really appreciate you taking the time out of your evening to hang out with us and chat and answer our questions. For anyone listening, if you have any questions about Tune, Lindsay's email address is on the screen as she mentioned. And if you have questions about admissions to HCC, you can email admissions at hartford.edu. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you have a great evening. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Kelly.
Thank you.